Imagine a robot judge presiding over your grandchild's court case, or half of the Amazon rainforest wiped off the map by 2056. It's no joke. Sadly, the data says so. When I examined the 51 events leading up to 2100, I got goosebumps and said, humanity is officially getting retired. If you don't want to miss the future, subscribe down below and like the video right now. Done? Awesome. Then buckle up tight. I'm beaming you up to 2050, where the great chaos begins. At our first stop, we heal the wounds of the past. The traces of the Fukushima nuclear disaster that happened exactly 50 years ago are finally completely erased in 2051. Could our loneliness in space be ending? In 2052, those hopeful messages we sent from Earth to space in the past finally reach the planet Gliese 777. Get your umbrellas ready. You'll actually need more than that. With the increase in global warming and evaporation, the frequency of rains in 2053 will be 20% higher. We are getting crowded, very crowded. By 2054, the world population crosses that psychological threshold and we reach exactly 10 billion people. This news will burn our wallets. Due to natural disasters increasing with the damage we cause to the environment, most insurance companies in the world will go bankrupt in 2055. This is the item that saddens me the most. In 2056, 50%, that is, half of the Amazon rainforests, the lungs of the world, will unfortunately be gone.
Let's look at the sky a bit. Space travel, once only a dream for the rich, turns into an ordinary vacation that even a middle-class family can afford in 2057. And that critical threshold? In 2058, the processing capacity of computers surpasses the sum of all human brains on Earth. Artificial intelligence leaves our collective intelligence behind. Our cities are unrecognizable. In 2059, high-tech smart buildings spread throughout city life. Our homes are now machines that know us better than we know ourselves.
Is loneliness ending or increasing? In 2060, robots will be our most common assistants and perhaps our only friends in our homes and workplaces. There is a familiar guest in the sky. That famous Halley's Comet, which last passed in 1986, enters our solar system again in 2061 to say hello to us. Earth is getting too small for us. In 2062, Mars becomes not just a desolate red planet, but a colonized real settlement where thousands of people live. Two big events at once. A giant radio telescope is built on the lunar surface. In the same year, the oil age officially ends with the depletion of oil reserves in 2063. Economics books are being rewritten. With the major crises to be experienced in 2065, the global political and economic system enters a radical and irreversible change. The year of revolution in energy is 2066. The extraction of that miraculous helium-3 mineral to be used in fusion reactors begins from the lunar surface.
Will students be happy or sad about this? In 2067, the modern education era begins. School buildings and the classic teacher system come to an end. So who will teach the lessons? In the same year, AI-powered software completely takes over teaching in virtual and online classrooms. The temperature continues to rise. By 2068, Earth's average temperature will be exactly 4 degrees higher than today. This is a huge shock for the ecosystem.
Workers are leaving the stage in the construction sector. Thanks to nanotechnology, construction begins without human power in 2069. This technology is so fast that smart buildings build and complete themselves within weeks without needing humans. Safety is at the forefront of fashion. In 2070, bulletproof and cut-resistant smart clothes produced with nanotechnology are now on everyone. The source of money is changing. In 2071, information technologies become the greatest power, constituting more than 25% of the world economy. Nature's silent scream is getting louder. With humanity spreading everywhere, the number of animals going extinct unfortunately reaches a peak in 2078. We are experiencing a cultural melting. By 2079, 90% of the languages spoken in the world today will no longer be used and will be forgotten. Maps are merging. In 2080, massive tube tunnels connecting continents under the oceans are being built. Borders are physically disappearing. Forget speed limits. The concept of distance changes thanks to hypersonic underwater trains capable of speeds of 6,000 kilometers per hour in 2081. It's hard to believe, but traveling from Europe to America in 2081 with these trains will take less than 1 hour. The world is officially shrinking. A happy ending in energy? With the development of fusion plants, green energy becomes widespread in 2082, and we have one last chance to stop global warming. Victory against deserts. China's Green Wall project, started way back in 2001 to stop the Gobi Desert, is finally completed in 2083. Say goodbye to televisions. In 2084, traditional media completely disappears. Our understanding of news and entertainment moves to a completely different dimension. The moon is now a construction site. Mining facilities that started with helium-3 expand into massive facilities on the lunar surface in 2085. The journey to the stars accelerates. In 2086, new generation space shuttles using antimatter are produced, opening the doors of the universe even wider. Smaller than even nanotechnology is coming. In 2087, picotechnology, 1,000th the size of nanotechnology, becomes usable. We know our enemy. In 2088, full models of viruses ranging from 20 to 300 nanometers in size can now be completely created. Thanks to this modeling, the greatest victory in medical history is won. In 2089, the definitive cure for most viral diseases can be provided. And cancer is no longer a nightmare. By 2090, the 5-year survival rate for most types of cancer reaches 100%. Has the fountain of youth been found? Thanks to biological studies, even if aging cannot be prevented, the aging rate is slowed down as much as possible in 2091. Borders are gone. Now it's time for money. In 2092, the whole world begins to use a single currency through economic integration. Space colonies are growing. In 2093, the human population on the moon reaches 10,000, and the population on Mars reaches 50,000. Our spirit of exploration never stops. In 2094, unmanned exploration vehicles are sent to many different, previously unvisited corners of the solar system. The concept of wealth changes shape. In 2095, the number of trillionaires in the world reaches 10. The wealth gap is deeper than ever. Good news from the sky. The ozone layer, which has been depleted for years, will be completely renewed and healed in 2096. We go to the furthest of the far. In 2097, our unmanned vehicles reach the dwarf planet Sedna, the furthest observed point of the solar system.
An intelligence explosion is happening. In 2098, hyper-intelligent computers become widespread in every aspect of life. Human intelligence starts to feel slow beside them. In whose hands is justice? In 2099, androids, humanoid robots, begin to take active roles in police forces and even in judicial duties.
The Internet of Robots is established. In 2100, Robo Earth, the network where robots share information with each other, becomes something humans can no longer control. These artificial intelligences, which program themselves and make decisions freely, establish dominance everywhere in the world in 2100. History repeats itself. Just as cars retired horses, robots render humans physically unnecessary and retire them. Not just physically. Because they make decisions cheaper, flawlessly, and faster than humans, they also become the dominant power in politics and economics. And the big question is, could robots one day see us, their creators, as completely unnecessary and erase us from history? This is the most terrifying scenario of 2100.
Wow, we literally ran a lifetime's journey in 10 minutes. Be honest, did that robot judge part give you goosebumps too? I'm still thinking about what we'll do in 2099. If you love this mind-bending journey to the future and say, "Ugu, take me to Mars too," smash that subscribe button right there and hit like so the algorithm loves us. Let's meet in the comments. Do you think robots will retire us, or will we pull their plug? See you in the next video. Stay with technology and love.